Welcome back, guys. So we have covered the community part. Now we are going to discuss the strategy part. So here we start. Okay. So most of the people just try to get engagement in groups by sharing their posts. They just want to get as many likes as possible, right? But the thing is that they don't have strategies, which I have seen in a lot of Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups. They don't have the right strategy which they need to follow. And engagement, if you are getting the engagement, this is not going to help you grow in the long run. The right strategy will define the way you are going to grow your network, followers, and business. And once you will start getting everything right, everything in place, you will start getting everything inbound. The sales you want, the people you want, the followers you want, everything will come inbound. But first, you need the right strategy. Okay. So over here, I have summarized everything which we are going to cover in the strategy part. So in the strategy, I'm going to cover one, your target market or audience. Second, your business or personal goal, whatever your goal is, either personal goal or business goal. So let's say if you are a coach, trainer, or somebody like, let's say a digital market freelancer, then it's going to be a personal goal, right? That you personally want to achieve, personally want to gain followers. But if you're a business, if you are dealing as a business, you have a lot of people in your business, then obviously there must be a business goals to grow your business to next stage. The third thing I'm going to cover, which is I think very important, your LinkedIn profile optimization, because a lot of people will actually search for your services, search for the keywords, and if your profile is not optimized, obviously you're going to lose everything over there. The initial traction, in the fourth point, the initial traction, how you're going to get the initial traction, that includes three different things. One is the community, which you already have, your initial followers that you're going to get, and the content that you're going to build to engage the followers in the initial level. The fifth is LinkedIn growth. So over here, we will target, let's say 6 months, and in 6 months, how much followers you're going to get. Because after 6 months, obviously, you must be having a lot of followers, you must be having a lot of engagement, and that is coming all inbound. If you want sales, obviously, a lot of people will be coming to you, asking for your services, demanding your services. So this is what we are going to cover in the strategy part. I'll just drink some water. So in strategy one, your target market and your audience. Whichever is your target market, whichever is your audience, you need to define it. And obviously, if you're in business, you already know it. So see, there are two different kinds of people that you have to get connected. You have to target actually. That is one, your potential customer and the people in your niche, but less experienced. I will just give you an example of a digital marketer. Let's say me, I'm a digital marketer. Now, who is my potential customers? Obviously, these are going to be the businesses which I'm going to target in my niche, be it SaaS companies, be it B2B companies, or be it any edtech platform. So these are the CEOs of these companies are my potential target customers. But the people in my niche are the people who are either in digital marketing, social media marketing, and all this. The people who are providing these kind of services, but these people are less experienced. And why this? Why this uh, into your first strategy? Because this will define the goal which you are going to achieve in the long run. Why we are going to add these people, the people in your niche, but less experienced? Because whenever you are going to share something about your service, about your business, about the problem you're solving, see these two kinds of customer can be uh, can be in the single profile. They may not be the two different people, but let's say for different niches, it may differ. So, but mostly this is going to be the case. First, your target customer. Second, people in your niche, but less experienced. So whenever you're going to share any post, which is in your industry, so what is going to happen? Only people who know about those services, only people who directly involved with this service or product, they are going to comment on it, they are going to like it, they are going to share it. Why? Because they resonate with it. They resonate with it. They know what you are sharing. Uh, this is important, and obviously they are going to save it, they are going to share it, they are going to like it. And if it is something which they wanted, what they are going to do, they are going to comment on, right? So these two kind of people you need to consider. So who is going to benefit from your services? What kind of content? Whoever is going to get benefited from your services is your potential customer, and the content which is going to be liked by these people are these people less experienced but in your niche. You need to define some things over here. Who are you? Who I am? You need to ask yourself. So I will give you my example over here. I am a digital marketer. What I do, I help B2B SaaS companies and edtech products or personal brands who with high-end courses to help them achieve their target, to optimize their conversion rates, everything over here. Who do I serve? All these people. So what I do uh, performance ads, I do SEO, and I serve these three different segments. This is what you need to do. You need to define everything over here. What, who are you, what you do, and who do you serve? If you have this in mind, obviously your first strategy is right. Your target audience, you have sorted out over everything over here. Now I think you have, if you've got the idea, we can move to the next slide, and that is your business or personal goal. What do you want to achieve? I think I mixed both of the slides, business and this one. Okay, so we are going to combine both these things in one strategy. Strategy 1.2, let's say, or two, one or two are same. Okay. So your personal goal or business goal, what do you want to achieve? You need to define it. So if you are a business, if you are a personal brand, you need to define what you need to actually do. You need to grow your influence to people uh, who are looking for the content which you are producing. Let's say you are a mm, business mentor, entrepreneur mentor, and a digital marketer trainer. So what you can do over here, you need to define that you are a personal brand at this point of time. You provide services by building a personal brand for yourself. Okay. And if you are running as a business, you need to define that you are working as a whole company. Obviously, people consider because you are every content that you are sharing is from your personal profile, but over here you are working for your company. If you're looking for a job, you need to define that also. Again, the types of customer and the same questions. But over here, I have mentioned one more thing, which I think missed in the last slide, that is go niche. Whatever you are doing, target only one person at a time. If you're obviously in the beginning stage of your business or your career, if you already have a settled business, then obviously this doesn't matter to you. But if you are just starting your business, obviously you need to go niche, target a niche segment market, and then you can grow, obviously. So this is what you need to do. Okay, target market, everything was seen. Yes. Third is your LinkedIn profile optimization. And this is one of the most important part because whenever a person who is actively used in LinkedIn is going to come and search over here. And if they are searching, because see, LinkedIn will definitely how these platforms work, whether it's uh, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or the major search engines like Google, Yahoo, Yandex, all these places. They will target your keywords, whatever is present in your profile. So it will definitely give you a lot of traffic, initial traffic, if your profile is optimized. That means the right keyword is there, the right services which you're providing is there, and your profile is actually every single detail is there which is asked by LinkedIn. So if all these things are there, obviously this is going to help you. So optimize your LinkedIn profile that you need to do for the searches and optimize it for the visitors. So even if a person is searching, obviously your profile may land over there. But if the person is visiting over your profile, you need to provide enough information or enough value so that the person may contact you. Okay. So if the person is contacting, obviously this may be a potential lead or the person who is trying to contact with you to try to get in touch with you. So over here we are going to change some settings that will also going to help you a lot. So let's say if I'm visiting my personal profile. So this is my personal profile. One thing, your photo should be clear. It should be there. If you're facing front side, because I'm facing sideways. So if you're facing front side in the camera, if you're looking at the camera, that's going to be good. In a banner, you need to put everything, whatever content is there on the right hand side, because see over here the profile will cover everything. So for this, you can use Canva. One tool is there. You can just visit over there, look for LinkedIn banner profile, and over there you will get the template, the sizing, everything you will get, and you can put it over here. So whatever you do, you need to mention over here on the right hand side. Then over here, your name, obviously people will search from your name, and in the description you can provide a lot of keywords that people should uh, must be searching for, and you must land over there. So see, the companies I've, the products I've worked with, the companies I've worked with, my target market, my niche, SaaS, B2B, EdTech. I mentioned everything. Companies, trainers, coaches, consultants, everything with growth. I help these companies with growth. So I mentioned everything over here, but now I also want to mention any incoming lead which must be coming from the keyword that is growth marketer. Growth marketer keyword is here. My company name is here. So if somebody is searching for my company, obviously I should land over there. And if somebody is searching for digital marketing, it should be there. Digital marketing agency should be there. Somebody searching for SEO, because I have mentioned that these are the services I provide. And inbound specialist. So these are the top services which I actually provide. And if a person is looking for these services, they may obviously get it. If you are a service provider, you can get this tab. Uh, a lot of, because this is, I think in the beta version, a lot of you must not be having this. So what you need to do, you need to actually search how to get uh, the services tab on LinkedIn profile, and then they will join you in one group. After filling, if you will just do a random Google search, you will find it, and then they will ask you to join one group. I don't remember the name of this group, but I will show you this SMP group. The LinkedIn people will join you over here, and then after I think 1 day, they will provide this tab to you. So this is definitely helping. Why? Because if a person is searching and if they're posting on their LinkedIn feed that they require any of the services, you will get a notification. So this is super good if you're doing this. Then this about you section is very important. Whatever you do, whatever services you provide, you need to use it as a sales letter. If a person is coming over here, so this is a small description, what I do, what I help, and to get a free consultation call, you can click on the link. So this is the link, they can click and they can book it. And over here, the long story, my whole story, if somebody wants to read it, and all the services which I provide, because I want to get noticed by people who must be searching for all these services. So I work as an agency. So I have mentioned every single service over here. So there are less chances of ranking for all the services, but obviously I can get some attention from people if people are visiting over here. Then this feature section. What you can do over here, one is on the first card, whatever is the main target that you want to achieve. So over here, if somebody is visiting my profile, I want them, if it is a potential, obviously I want the potential customer to come over here and book a free consultation call with me, that how I'm going to help their business. And after it, some of my popular posts. So this is one post. It looks good, that is why it is here. This is a post which I posted like a month ago, and it got the maximum likes 123 likes and 558 comments and some more popular posts. Okay, so this is what you can post over here. You can also share your company details and everything over here to build trust. Whoever is going to book this call. So this is what you need to do over here. You can get some insights over here. How many people are actually visiting your profile, your post view, and how many search results you get. So all these things will be here. Your daily activities. So these are my current followers, and whatever experience you have mentioned this is my agency, and whatever experience you have mentioned, you need to edit it, put some text over here. Why? Because the more number of words, the more number of keywords will be there. Obviously, you don't need to sound a robot, so you need to provide more text, right? This is how any search engine is going to find you. So over here, I have provided text where what my agency does. On the these are the companies I've worked with. So over here also, I have mentioned every single thing because a lot of keywords will be covered over here. So I have provided description. You need to provide the description on all these places. Then in your education also, you can provide some details. Any certifications if you have, let's say you are a manufacturing company, whatever certificate, ISO or something, if you are in India, or I don't know about any other country, but all the certifications which you may be needed if somebody is visiting your website, you can just, because there will be plenty of sections that you can add. See over here, if you come at the top, open to, this is for hiring, add a section. So see all the sections, you can actually mention whatever you want, because the higher the percentage of your profile, this is going to rank better. So all these things, whatever skills that do you have, and you can get endorsements from your connections also over here, and any recommendations. Again, whatever recommendation you will get, some keywords will be added over there. So get recommendations from people. Again, the languages you speak, you can also mention that the people can get to know, right? I speak 3 different languages. So if a person is coming to my profile, they may get to know if he is from my native, if he is from India, or if he is from the world, right? We can communicate. And interest, that is fine. So this is what you need to mention over here, every single thing. So if your profile is full, this is definitely going to help you a lot. So yeah, you need to optimize your profile for the person who is going to visit, who is going to be a potential customer. You need to optimize everything according to that. Now, coming to the next strategy, that is getting initial traction from your community, from your initial followers, and the content that you are going to build. So see, getting initial engagement on your posts from our community or of LinkedIn growth lines, plus other uh, engage other on a deeper level. So see, whenever you're sending a connection to a person, what you need to do, you need to actually send a note. Why do you want to connect with this person? Or let's say you don't have any reason. Let's say you are just trying to connect with a potential customer, but you don't want to tell them that you are actually prospecting. So what you can do, I really like your work. I just want to connect with you to see your work or to follow your company updates or to follow you. So this is how you can actually reach out to this person if you don't want to sound salesy. Uh, but if you directly want to tell them that if you are looking for a service, obviously you can mention it, but I won't recommend it. Now, I think it's 80. I will just change it. Now you need to start connecting with people in your target market. So we have already defined the target market. You have to start connecting because this is the initial stage of getting traction. Okay. So on daily basis, I think if you don't have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can connect 80 people to 150 if you have Sales Navigator. So if you don't have a Sales Navigator, up to 80 people you can connect on daily basis. If you have Sales Navigator, is going to be 150 connections every single day. So whatever connections you are sending, send with a note so that there are higher chances of acceptance, and you can also build a connection over there, right? Let's say a prospect is there, and if you are sending, I just want to follow your updates, and the person is replying, thank you, or if you want any help, you can just let me know, or I liked your profile, and if they have checked your profile, obviously they can ask you services also or your product also. So this is what you can do. So because a lot of people, let's say over here, don't have a lot of connections and followers. So this is how you are going to start. You need to build connections in your industry or the people you are uh, planning to sell your service or your product. You need to build those connections so that they will going to help you get more likes, more shares, more comments in the future. Start building trust by sharing regular content. Content is also very important. Let's say you have built connections, but you are not sharing any content on LinkedIn as of now. Nobody is going to remember you, right? Because in marketing, how it works, if a person is seeing you regularly, they're going to make a connection with you. That is why you need to provide regular content on daily basis. If you are providing content daily, then only the person is going to remember you because they are seeing your feed every single day. They are going to see, even if they are not engaging, they are seeing your face every single day. Obviously, the content should be valuable, it should be engaging. You need to write that content with whatever resources you have. So you need to build trust by regular sharing content regularly in your in the niche of your people. So you can divide this by, let's say, 75% of the people were there in your niche and 25% of the people who are your target customers. So this is how you can divide while reaching out to people, building connections. And same for the content that you're going to share. 75% of the content that you're going to share is for the people who are there in the 75% category. And 25% of the content that you're going to share is for the people who are there in the 25% category, right? So this is how you are going to share. And if you're going to share the content, you have built a connection with these people from the very beginning. Now, what is the number of posts that you need to share on LinkedIn? So, what I have read on a lot of growth hacking platforms and all the spaces, it should be a minimum of 20, and it shouldn't be more than 30 or more than that. So if it is around 20, it is going to benefit you a lot. So that means if you are sharing a post every single day, let's say you are just omitting Saturday or Sunday, okay, so that's going to be enough, right? So every single day, if you are sharing it's not going to be any problem. So 20 plus posts should be there, but it should be less than 30 or equal to 30. So every single day you can share, but it should be less than, not, it should not exceed 30 in a month. So this is a post ratio that you have to share. Now, when you are sharing the content, obviously you don't have time to every single day to come over here and post something. So what you can do, you can schedule. A lot of tools are there, which I'm going to cover in the end slide. A lot of tools are there which you can use to actually schedule every single post. So I think video post you can't schedule at this point of time, but images and text you can schedule very easily at whatever time you want. So see, for scheduling also, these there are three times which are popular in every single country. That is morning from 9 to 10 a.m. If you are sharing at this point of time, then it's around the lunch time, which is 1 o'clock. If you are sharing around this time, so let's say half an hour before and half an hour after the lunch timing of your country, and then at around 6:30 in the evening when the office is over. So these are the most popular timings that you need to share your post. And at the last part, yeah. So initially you are going to build the connections, but obviously every single day if you are sending 50 to 80 posts, 80 connections, uh, you can count the numbers, right? In 1 month, how many it's going to be. So 80, 800, 36. So let's say 3,000 connections. Obviously a lot of people will not going to are not going to accept your connection. So let's say you are building 1,500 connections in a month if you are regular on this thing. And let's say if uh, initially obviously LinkedIn is going to restrict a lot of posts, a lot of work that you are doing, that means sending connection requests. So even after reducing, let's say LinkedIn is not allowing you to post for 12 hours, okay, so let's say 1,800 800 connections you can get. So this is the number of connections that you can get every single month. 800 connections, you can multiply it by 6. So in 6 months, how many connections you are going to have? So let's say around, we can take a target of 5,000 connections in 6 months. So you are going to get your target in 5,000 in 6 months just. So you will be having in 6 months 5,000 connections. So this is the target that you need to achieve in next coming 6 months. So if you have the right kind of content, right kind of connection strategy, obviously it's going to be multi-folds. So when you have 5,000 connections, then what you can do, you can actually do it before a 5,000 connection. You can do it now, but I will recommend only if you have considerable amount of connections, let's say at least 3,000 or 4,000 connections in your list. At this point of time, what you can do, but go for 5,000. If you have 5,000 connections, go for it. You can come to your profile, LinkedIn profile, go to settings and privacy, and visibility. I'm not sure, I'm just checking. Uh, somewhere here, yeah. Over here at the end, you can see followers. What you need to do is click over here and check this. This is a button that you need to check yes. So what will happen after checking this? Whenever somebody is scrolling through your LinkedIn profile, so they will see a plus follow sign. so they can directly follow you without visiting your profile. So this is going definitely going to make a lot of change. A lot of people are going to follow you. A lot of people are going to uh, see you as a personal brand or a brand that you are, that is uh, very frequent, that is very engaging, a brand which they can trust, right? So they are going to follow you directly. Let's see, even if somebody is visiting your LinkedIn profile, they're not going to directly send you a connection request, because at that point of time, I will not recommend you to allow any connections which are not in your niche from the very beginning. Don't allow any connection which is not there in your target market, in your niche. If, let's say, they are not sending you a note where they have mentioned that why they want to connect with you, obviously you're not going to accept any single connection. But if they are coming to your profile and they are seeing a follow button, so what they are going to do, they're going to directly follow you, right? Instead of sending a, because see, this is the ultimate thing. If a person, whatever we are seeing, we are going to do the same action. So if LinkedIn is seeing them to follow, they are going to follow. If LinkedIn is seeing the first action to do is to connect, they are going to connect. So this is definitely going to, and this is the best strategy. This is the best thing which a lot of influencers are doing. After getting some connections, they will change it to followers, and then they will grow rapidly. So yeah, and I have already shared this, that you need to schedule every single post in advance. If you're not scheduling it, you are losing a lot of things. You are losing your time, you are losing your energy. So if you are sitting just one day, sit one day and schedule everything in advance. You can schedule for weeks, you can schedule for months. And whatever content you are sharing, it's going to be top level funnel content. So people should get attracted to your content. It's not going to be very deep down, everything you are giving them a lot of gyan over there. So it's going to be very attractive content which people can get. So emotional part should be there. Some of the part where uh, they can entice their dopamine, right? So this kind of content that you're going to share every single day. Content type which I prefer is text. Text content is working amazing. So if you're sharing only text content, that is amazing. You can get a lot of engagement. If you're sharing images, that is also very good. If you're sharing PDF browsers, so if you're sharing a PDF but multiple files are there, 6 7 pages, 10 pages, 12 pages, these are also working if you want to share a story, let's say. So, or 10 tips, 12 tips of any particular in your niche. So PDF browsers you can share. If you are sharing videos also, that is completely fine. But I don't use videos because I cannot uh, obviously automate them or schedule them. Obviously, if I'm getting a good video, I will go to LinkedIn, I will share it at that moment. Now, this is the content format that you're going to use, which I will suggest. Then this is the content type. What kind of content that you are going to share? So something very valuable for free. I have shown you this. A lot of engagements were there, right? On one of my posts, around 123 likes and 500 something comments. That was because I have shared my SEO course for free, and a lot of people wanted it. So, and they needed to comment on my post to get the course. So this is what they did. They commented. It reached to a lot of people, but I at that point of time I didn't have the strategy to build a community to help everyone grow. So because all these people, they were newbies, they didn't have any connections, right? So it didn't reach much people. But whoever is reached, they commented and they got the thing, right? So this is, you need to follow the strategy, you need to follow. Provide something valuable for which people are going to comment to get it. You can share your story. Your story comprises of your personal story, what is happening, what mistakes you have done, what achievements you had, whatever is happening in your personal life, professional life. You can share that about your business, about your office, any new learning, any new mistake, any past mistake. So you can share all those things and help the people uh, get the emotional vibe from you. They should get connected with emotions. But I prefer when you have a lot of engagement in your profile, at that point of time, you can actually share the emotional stories and all those things. But let's say if people actually don't know you, then obviously not going to follow you, right? And not going to like you. They will say, oh, he's just blabbing. So when you have a lot of connections, people are actually liking, sharing. At that point of time, you can actually share these stories. Shareable content. So if you are sharing something that is very much shareable, they can people can share, people can save it. So in your niche. So let's say I'm sharing some strategies of digital marketing, how it's going to help anyone grow in their digital marketing career. Obviously, a lot of people are going to save it or share it. So this is what you can do. Then what is happening currently in the market in your niche? This is obviously will be there in the news, so you can follow any of the online publications, blogs, and from there, as soon as you are getting the story, just uh, get the story, make some content and share it. Job post with story. So see, if I just typing, I need this person, less people are going to comment, and that too the people who are already in your niche. But if you're writing the story, let's say you are writing about something remote work, you prefer remote work because of this, and that is why we are scaling and we are hiring this many people at this point of time. Obviously it's going to increase people, right? People are going to comment. Even if the person is not from your industry, this person is going to comment over there so that it can reach more people. So this is what you need to do, and just tell them to comment. I will view your profile to whatever the potential candidate is. You tell them, I will view your profile and I will share the job description with you. So this is what you can do to get a lot of engagement on your profiles. So yeah, I think we have covered everything over here. So this is going to be our 6 months strategy, which we are going to follow to grow. And after 6 months, you will be having enough number of followers or connections that you can grow naturally. You can grow without following anything, right? Because people must be trusting at that point of time. People must be commenting on your post, and because you are regular, you are obviously a brand, a small influencer at that point of time. Some of the posts tools which I wanted to share, which I personally use, is for content scheduling. I was using Buffer, but currently at this point of time, I'm using Hootsuite and Pablo. These are the two tools I'm using at this point of time for LinkedIn lead generation. So let's say if I'm visiting some profile, I want to get their email addresses, phone number, or anything like this, and automate some process. Let's say for email marketing and all these things. So I'm using Prospectin, Lucia, and Dexop. So these are the three tools which I'm using to get the leads of my potential clients. And if you want to automate, because this is a very advanced level, and I won't recommend anybody to use these tools. And if you're using it, is at your own risk, because these are actually violating the terms of LinkedIn. So these are like phantom busters and LinkedIn helper, linked helper too, not LinkedIn. So phantom buster, link helper too. These two tools, they will automate a lot of processes for you. If you want to prospect, if you want to connect, if you want to uh, remove the connection, if you want to withdraw something, obviously you can do it. At this point of time, see, I am actually doing it. I am removing all these people who are there, like They didn't accept my connection request. So I'm removing all these people now. And I'm going to remove a lot of people which like added in the very early stages of my when I joined LinkedIn. At that point of time, I was not sure that what kind of people, because I connected with people who were there in my first company, the potential client of that company, and I don't know these people are going to help me in the long run or not, because these people are not my potential client. These people were the potential client of that company. So I'm going to remove that also. See, you can see the process is happening automatically. I'm not doing anything. So this is a linked helper too, which I'm using to automate the whole process. It's removing all connections from here. So yeah, these are the two tools which are very advanced. If you're using it, use at your own risk. Obviously, these tools will uh, give you assurance in their sales pages and all these places sales pages that these are safe. They are not going to impact your LinkedIn profile and everything. But when you will love the automation, automation is like a drug. If you're automating everything, it will be like a drug. So if you are using it a lot, obviously it's going to impact your LinkedIn profile. So use it at your own risk. And I think we have concluded everything in this training, and let's grow together. Okay. Till then, I will see you in the next videos or whatever we are recording. Obviously, I will see you in the group, Facebook group, which we have created. And till then, bye bye. See you. Let's keep growing. I wish you growth. Okay, bye.